Galactic Free Press Update. Explosions of light. We are in exciting energies. Bringing humanity home. Energy and event update. With love from the Galactic Center. The real news and the whole truth. Greetings, love beings. We are in exciting energies, and full disclosure of the truth is being revealed in this process. Woohoo! And thank you, Sun. These energies will continue to increase on planet Earth, Equal Heart, and arriving from all directions. As a result, the consciousness is continuing to expand, and many are now awakening and seeking the truth. Finally. These new Earth energies are now assisted by the Sun with record-breaking 4 X-class solar flares in a 48-hour period, is giving us an explosion of light so powerful it will not be denied. Love wins. Quoted from Aluna Joy. We have had 4 X-class solar flares in a couple of short days. These are powerful, very powerful flares. We feel solar flares just as they burst from the Sun. Our technology feels the magnetic pulse about 48 hours after the solar explosion. This is so because humanity is connected to everyone and everything in the universe. And our technology is not as above so below, it's humanity as one. Today my heart is racing. My head is aching. Many of you out there are having a huge range of odd symptoms that by now I am sure you are all painfully aware of. But read on. There is a reason for these events and our reactions to them. Remember, you are a spiritual being, an all-too-human body that is evolving and ascending. The Star Elders say that these pulses of light that we feel instantly, which are also infused with magnetic energy that we feel 48 hours later, are part of the divine plan. With these multiple layered flares, we are being infused and saturated with new light from a new paradigm. At least for now, we are not getting a break, as this is the final stretch of a very long journey. These solar pulses stretch us beyond the form we are familiar or comfortable with. This is a part of the Ascension process. When we can hold no more light, we feel like we are pushed to the very edge and feel like we could explode. These pulses of light are the framework for the new world we are building. Only then the following magnetic pulse helps us release all that is not needed for our future. The magnetic pulses bring up to the surface everything that does not fit within the collective divine plan. We purge, detox, and let go, and surrender from our body and spirit, mind and spirit. This purging creates more space for more light. Now, the odd thing is that we are going through this ascension process. All the while, the outer world seems to be clicking along like business as usual. We didn't expect this. Yet inside our hearts, we feel like something big has changed within us, and the world feels very surreal. If you look closely, you will see this shift in nearly everyone's eyes. You might see people with this subtle, stunned look, with eyes like a deer caught in the headlights. Others will overcompensate by being overly happy and enthusiastic because they can't admit they are feeling strange, to say the least. Then there are those that are agitated and rushing around like they can outrun this wave of light. Then there are those that are still in full on denial. Don't worry. They will catch up quickly. And lastly, there is the rare few that have already arrived at the finish line, and the rest are only a heartbeat behind them. The Star Elders say it does not matter what you do now. You can try out all the avoidances above, but you cannot avoid deny, or outrun this rush of light that we are in now. At least for now, we have no space in between flares to ground ourselves and rebalance. We planned it this way because we knew our body, that holds history and memory, would run the other way like our life depended on it. This is the old fight or flight memory that we will no longer need in the new world. Just when we have a bit of space to begin to face our purging shadow side, another pulse of light, solar flare, slams into us, thus not allowing us to retrack back into a more comfortable and familiar territory. How to deal with these pulses? Simple. Let go. And let God emerge from the inside of you. I laugh now as the Star Elders show me that Old Glory scene from the movie Aliens. Yeah, their sense of humor keeps me going, along with the support of all of you out there. The world is pretty strange right now. We don't know which way is up, and it's okay. We are being called back to the basics, the core of spiritual truths, and crave a return to a simple life. And what we thought the Ascension might be is not quite how it is showing up. The Star Elders have always told me that when we arrive, there are going to be some great surprises. Well, surprise! So, just breathe and know that we are being protected and fiercely guarded by a divine plan set into action and motion. Our star family is watching over us as we transform quickly into something we can't even envision now. So breathe. Get yourself grounded as much as possible and hang out with like-frequency soul family. We are going to survive. There is no doubt about it. And we will have the surprise of a lifetime together. End of quote. Quoted from Sharon Taphorn. You are needed to shine your light upon the earth at this time, like never before. Band together with your fellow lightworkers and begin spreading the light and love of peace and unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is not everyone thinking and being the same. It is about seeing that the good of the one is the same as the good of the many, and that together you are stronger and there is enough for everyone. Use your integrity, your creativity, and the strength of your power to help guide you in your thoughts and actions, and become a part of the team of lightworkers who are responsible for shedding light, love, and compassion around your planet. End of quote. The new Earth is now emerging into physicality as the unity grid ignites the consciousness and expands hearts in a continual energy. When we went through this last new moon and ring of fire eclipse event, this ignited this facet of the divine plan we have now entered. This energy lit some fires of truth in many. We will end this month with more intense fire, with a full moon in Sagittarius and the last of our triple eclipses. Yee-haw! With the sun also awoken, assisting us in this process. This incoming energy from the sun will be affecting everyone and everything on this planet. Nothing's going to stop love, and we are well on our way home into the light for those who are ready. Quoted from Sandra Walters. Blessings to all of us as we begin to experience pure source light intelligence during the triple eclipse gateway. These self as source states are profound, potent, and beyond anything we expected. These states provide opportunities for DNA upgrades, cosmic Christ embodiment, and solar heart activation. Portals all over the planet are opening. Infinite gratitude to those opening portals and gateways everywhere and anywhere to accelerate this shift. We are truly receiving a much greater amount of these crystalline activations and 5D frequencies than anticipated. Pat yourself on the back and keep reinforcing the intention to pull this light into Gaia's core, to infuse the human collective, kingdoms, and elementals with 5D activation and acceleration. It is working. End of quote. Quoted from Sheldon Neidl. The coming changes in your reality are vital because they acknowledge the grand shift in consciousness that you are going through. Every single aspect of you is subtly changing, beginning with the shifting configuration of your RNA and DNA. Some of you are being exposed to a very accelerated amount of change, while others are undergoing gentler shifts, which require a minimum of body discomfort. Those presently experiencing lesser amounts of discomfort are scheduled to move into more pronounced ascension symptoms in the early summer months. In short, all of you are being altered at the pace and types of change specified in your individual life contracts. However, the general level of discomfort is programmed by heaven to increase during the course of the summer months. This summer marks a very special moment in your history. Disclosure is central to our overall planning, and we dearly desire to have this requisite formally announced. It allows us to address you directly and to begin planning the next steps in your return to full consciousness. As we have mentioned before, formal disclosure is an immense watershed for humanity. It divides your recent history into pre- and post-contact periods. In one giant leap, disclosure ends your society's belief in your biological supremacy and uniqueness, and you become linked with the legions of others who reside throughout this vast galaxy, and indeed physicality. This moment of revelation also shows you who you once were and who you will become again. The time approaches for the great shift and a grand change in your reality. You are moving swiftly into a great transformational light. This light is prophesied by the Creator and is being implemented by Heaven's grand life streams and by the Galactic Federation of Light. End of quote. The 5D frequencies are now aligning to create more energy to fuel the momentum which began from the Galactic Center in December. These energies are creating a contagious wave of love as more and more are awakened to the higher grid, which is securely embracing this planet. These are magically putting people, places, and events via synchronicity together for this next facet of the divine plan. In our previous update, we shared we have truly begun in earnest for many events to unfold, and the ball is rolling. We were not kidding. The old is dying. The energy to sustain the denser energy is dissolving. Love is winning, and a complete victory for the light will manifest as decreed. Quoted from San Liasol. So what's going on? What we see is that the global consciousness is getting more and more aligned. A lot of people are already connected to the new Earth grid and daily feel the new energies that surround them. And sometimes they already slightly touch the grandness of their being and the many possibilities that lie before them. It is a state that says everything is possible, and that's what it is. In the new dimension, there are no limited choices. But still, we are talking about a transitional phase, and that means that a lot of different energies are coming together. We also acknowledge that the talking about disclosure and decloaking can be very frustrating. But if you look at the facts, you see that the global consciousness is becoming more and more open for the fact that extraterrestrial life exists. For example, all the media reports about the citizens' hearing about disclosure and about the film series show their openness. Although some media make fun of it, the reaction of people is that they're starting to believe the fact of our presence more and more. Some people already know that we are here. Some are not ready yet to believe, but we are heading for a decloaking for sure. When? That can't be said in detail. Till that time, keep praying and meditating for the good, and being love in action, and you will be rewarded. End of quote. And quoted from Gillian. Look around you. Now look within you. Do you perceive it? The disconnect between your inner awareness and the rapidly escalating collapse of an increasingly out-of-control matrix. Yes, indeed. The collapse of the controllers is happening. Humanity awakens. The spirit that lies within has begun its emergence to the detriment of that carefully nurtured tyrannical enslavement agenda that has been so carefully hidden for so long. Yes, the peeps are waking up. They don't believe the government numbers that herald economic recovery. They don't want to take vaccines or give it to their children. They don't want war. In fact, they're sick and tired of it. Most interestingly of all, they, humanity, no longer believe the mainstream media, which is why they turn in droves to alternative sources. Yes, humanity awakens, and there isn't a single thing anyone can do to stop it. End of quote. Almost everyone out there sharing about what is actually unfolding on this planet are all agreeing on the same things. The energies are intensifying. More are awakening. The changes and shifting is occurring. Transformations and graduations home into the light, or the connection to the unity grid, is unfolding. If you resist and hang on to the old, you will be deeply challenged. It's the end of the road for the old, denser energies, and it knows its final destiny. In the days and months ahead, it will be a difficult road for those not choosing love on this planet. Letting go and surrendering to love is the only way. Quoted from Andrew. In the upcoming times, a lot will come up to the surface to be released and transmuted. More and more people are feeling the effects of the energies that are coming in at this time. The collective consciousness is beginning to simmer, like in a pot, and a lot of people cannot take the heat, as it were. But that is strictly resistance on their part. They are afraid to let go what does not serve them anymore. They are afraid to move forward. That is the ego stopping them. You must release your ego. You must still your mind. You are all moving into a higher consciousness that is so much grander than what you are all experiencing now. Imagine having what you would like just by thinking about it. That's what awaits all of you. That is what awaits all of you if you allow it to happen. The way you allow it to happen is to surrender into the flow. Do not fight the energies. Allow the energies to cleanse you. Allow the energies to take you in a river, on a boat. Do not worry where the boat takes you. Just sit back and enjoy the views that are along the way. This is one way that you are raising your consciousness. All must now raise their consciousness. The energies with the upcoming eclipse will be stronger going forward. The energies will find anything and everything that does not serve your highest and best good. The energies will bring all of this to the surface to be dealt with, and these things must be released. Once you finish the final exams, you will graduate. The good news is that you've already passed. You just don't know it, or did not know it. All you have to do is take the test. You would not be sitting taking the exams if you were not ready, if you did not study. The souls here on earth at this time are the ones that are ready to move on. You are ready, and you will move up in consciousness. This has been decreed. You are a part of the one. You are a part of the large puzzle, and the puzzle is not complete without your piece. You have an old saying, one for all and all for one. Well, you are part of that one. The timelines are clear. You just need to get there. That is what you are doing now. Catching up, and finding yourself. So be proud. You have graduated, all of you, into the higher dimensions. The collective consciousness is rising, and the times ahead may seem stressful. Just remember to be yourself. Be the eye of the storm and allow it to pass, and pass it will. Do not engage. Do not be scared. Stay strong in your center and walk across that threshold into the new planet that you belong in, where all are waiting for you. End of quote. To experience the upcoming unfoldments, you have to be present and show up. This is a requirement. The real spirit energy is spiraling around this planet. This is God consciousness, a unified field of energy, and no one will be able to run from, because everyone is a part of it. This frequency is this entire planet's natural state and is the incoming energy. Quoted from Bill Ballard. So as the individual flakes of the shaken snow globe of April settles, we are witnessing the rearranged dimensional layers of the density that each individual has and holds within his or her own field. It truly is no matter what layer any individual is on, as everyone is going through ascension. No one is left out. For some, they may be more stubborn and need more lessons, and some may be intense until they finally listen to their soul and learn to embody that soul and live fully from the heart in 5D, separating themselves from the old 3D ways of duality. Others in 4D will have their issues until they can learn they can never control and manipulate again. Karma is clearing. And for those at the top of the snow globe, well, those at the bottom think of us in the higher levels as spiritual flakes. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm rolling in laughter. How true. Love. End of quote. As we have shared, what we are in process of is a series of events which will become grander as we move forward towards the remainder of this year and beyond. One of our most significant events is the People's Disclosure is moving forward with momentum, as this is now going to be reviewed at the United Nations. We are receiving reports from bloggers who are adamant of keeping disclosure of our presence in the news to keep the energy moving. As a result, we are feeling some real movement now, and disclosure by the people is on the move from all aspects of the truth, which is being revealed. More and more every day, the truth is being exposed for all to see. These incoming energies are making sure that. Quoted from Anne. First, a growing list of media exposure people are stripping off their sheeple suits so fast that I doubt this way of controlling minds will last much longer. Second, a press release announcing what's next, bringing the UFO issue before the UN. And quoted from Ryan Connolly. Since the citizen hearing on UFO disclosure took place in Washington, D.C., April 29 through May 3rd of 2013, there has been an overwhelming amount of media coverage. With this much buzz in the air, it is quickly becoming a hot topic of interest that cannot be denied by our government. I am assembling a team of professional bloggers to help keep this information at the forefront of the news, so it will not be set aside or dismissed. End of quote. Most of humanity are not even aware that our 24 flagships are here and are stationed here for what is unfolding on this planet. Every night, everyone on this planet with a beating heart is on the starships, where we are attending many meetings. The current topic and theme has been all about full disclosure, which is now coming out from many directions. Everyone from all of creation is here to witness the grandest event in all of creation. Quoted from Star Child. The mothership is stationed here right now. Ships are present all over this earth, and all star nations are represented. Open your heart and connect from your light center. We are here. The paradigm is shifting, and your planet is expanding. Smile. This is the new beginning, and many of you already sense this and have made contact. Some of you have had contact, but are just not aware of it, as it may come in the form of a dream or a symbol one sees frequently. That is your family, showing you they are around, guiding you to find them. What a joyous day for humankind. Star Child. End of quote. We are here, and there will be a moment when everything we have shared with you manifests for those with eyes to see and hearts to feel. Everything the divine plan is already exists on the higher grid, ready for completion, and is in process right now, and has been for quite so many moments. Once we entered December 21st, 2012, the new began, inevitably so. New reality for planet Earth equal heart was born. Decreed by heaven. All these energies are working their magic on all levels of consciousness across the planet. We are making history as the new story begins. A love story about all of us. This is a divine plan manifesting now on planet Earth equal heart. Remember, loves, we are not in a time linear schedule. We are in a divine one. Thank you for spreading these messages to others and keeping your hearts open and staying tuned in. And transmission in all love is unconditionally. We are so in love with humanity. Love the Galactic Free Press staff, humanity's Earth allies, the company of heaven, and the First Contact ground crew team. We love you. We're here.